Hi, I'm Mark. This is my February review for Aquarius Sun sign and Aquarius rising. This month we have a lot of planets, a heavy concentration in your sign and in your first house. One of those, Mercury, unfortunately is in retrograde motion, and this is to the 20th of February, so this is not a time to make important decisions. It's best to stave them off till Mercury goes direct again. But it is good for looking into things, doing research into things and looking logically at things. Now, what we have on the 1st is an aspect between the Sun and Mars. Now, this Mars is in your 4th house, so this is connected with the home area. So this is a good time to get on with projects around the home. It's a good time to do things based on the fact that maybe you'll be working from home. You can really get ahead. This can be a very successful aspect. The only time it's negative is if there's underlying issues that can bubble up sometimes and make you angry. The other aspect we have on the 1st is between Saturn and Chiron. Now this one aspects your 3rd house. This is the house of the mind and communication. So there may be issues from the past where you not known enough, or you felt you're not capable enough of things. Also, this will bring up areas of responsibility and duties that you need to look at, and relationships with authority figures. Maybe like in the past there was a negative relation with teachers or father figure, and these have to be brought up and resolved now. This aspect goes for 24 days, so there's plenty of time to work with this one. On the 4th, Jupiter in your 1st house makes an aspect to the black moon Earth in the 4th. Now this is the house of the past, so the black moon casts a shadow wherever it is, so there's a shadow of your past. Jupiter will enlarge that shadow so it cannot be ignored. So there may be events that happen now that trigger things from the past that you need to look at, that you need to understand, and then you can deal with. These may be things that make you fearful still to this day. So you can work on these. It's a great opportunity to put them to rest. Then on the 6th, the Sun makes a positive aspects to the Moon's nodes. Now during the month there's going to be 4 aspects to the Moon's nodes, so this is a very fateful month. This could change your destiny in some way. Your North Node is in the 5th house of creativity, so now is the time you can use your creativity. This can be a very fortunate aspect to have, and this could lead you forward in some way, in a creative manner that would benefit you greatly. On the 6th, Venus makes 2 aspects. The first is to Uranus in your 4th house. This is a good time to bring up things from the past. It's a good time to discuss and gain understanding. Then the other aspect is to Chiron. Now we spoke earlier in a video about Saturn Chiron aspects which is going on most of the month. Well, Venus can shed some understanding and acceptance on this aspect. On the 7th, Saturn makes another big aspect, this time to Uranus in your 4th house. Now Saturn is the great teacher. He wants you to learn, and then he rewards you if you learn those lessons. So this aspect is about things in the past. Have you learnt things in the past? Or have you allowed your life to become too rigid, too formal, too staid? If you have, then there will be tension, and there may be events that come up that will force you to change. If all is well and you've gone along and learnt your lessons, then this is a time you can benefit. It's a time you can try new things. You can restructure and reform and push things forward. On the 9th, Mercury makes the 2nd positive aspect to the North Node and the South Node. So Mercury, the planet of communication, will bring you a message. This message could be about something from the past, or it could be something about the future. Now, it's always good to go with the future. The North Node is our spiritual way forward. So be open to messages. Then on the 10th, Mercury makes a square with Mars. This is always a day when you'll be irritable and a bit tetchy, so just take it calm that day. But the good news is on the 11th, there's a new moon, and it's in your sign of Aquarius and in the 1st house. So this is great news. This is a time now when you can reinvent yourself, change things about yourself that will make you stand out and shine. Be bold, be brave. If your birthday is around the 6th to the 16th of February, this is going to affect you very acutely. Or if your rising sign is between 19 and 27 degrees, then again this will affect you greatly. And if your birthday is around that full moon, then you will be shining next year. This is a year for you of great transformation and change. Major things will be happening. You could have new job, new house, new car. All these things are possible. Because the new moon's in your sign, it brings out uniqueness, it brings out originality, so you can start to be different and not worry. Be the person that you want to be, and don't take notes of what anybody else says. You shine so that you are a light to be admired. Also on the 11th, Venus makes two aspects. The first one is to Jupiter, conjunction in Aquarius. So this again is very fortunate. This times in well with the new moon. This can bring great benefit to you. This can help you grow and expand. It can also be very good financially, very lucky aspect. Venus makes another aspect on the same day, and that's to the black moon Lilith. So this will help you to relay some of your fears. This will attract new people into your life that can help you and you can benefit from. So everything's coming together now, Aquarius. This is a good time for you to start to push forward with all the things that you've been thinking of and planning in the past, over the past year. It's now a good time to put these all into action. On the 12th, Mars makes an aspect to Neptune. Neptune's in your second house, Mars is in your fourth. So here you can gain insights. You can gain insights into your financial situation and also the home area. Maybe you can come up with some ideas, creative ideas, how to change things, to improve things. Also, this is good for spiritual pursuits as well. You can put effort into perhaps meditation or some charity work. Then on the weekend of the 13th, 14th, it's a little bit of a downer because Mercury, who's going retrograde and in its final push backwards, is making a couple of aspects, which means that you won't feel up to your normal self. You'll be a little bit down, maybe you'll feel like the glass is half empty on this weekend. So don't worry though, because it will soon pass. On the 15th, Venus makes the third positive aspect to the moon's nodes. Now you can manifest, you can attract whatever it is you want. Use the law of attraction to bring things to you. It's also good for your career path or your chosen field. You can gain insight into this and progress. There may also be a karmic connection that come up, either from the past or from the future, that will guide you and help you. Make sure that you always follow the North Node. This is our future, our way forward. And also your creativity will receive a boost. You'll be able to feel the creativity surging through you. Then on the 19th, there's not such a good aspect for Venus because she makes a square to Mars, and there can always be tension when these two make a square aspect. So if there's any underlying issues within any relationships, then they could come up and they could cause a little bit of conflict. On the 20th, Mercury goes direct. This is great news because not only Mercury, but all the planets will now be direct until the 23rd of May. So this is a 3-month period where we can all push forward, we can get things done without any hold-ups or delays. This is great, this is what we've been waiting for, so we can make good progress. On the 23rd there's another positive aspect between Mars and Pluto, which again helps you to get the ball rolling now. Put plans into practice. The Mars energy will be transformational with the contact of Pluto, so you can get some creative transformation going now. You can make things work, you can change things. Also, because Mars is in your 4th house, there are things from the past that you will be changing, and also things around the home that you'll be changing. This is all very positive. On the 24th, we have one of the best aspects you can have. Jupiter makes a positive aspect to the moon's nodes. And this time, because it's in your sign, Jupiter is going to help you the most. This is a good time to grow beyond belief. There's karmic connections here that will advance you in many areas of life, many levels. You will also reap the benefit of your past actions. You could find that you've now got promotion, or you're starting a business, or you're getting exposure, you're in the spotlight, you're gaining a wider audience, or you're meeting new people, or there may be opportunities to travel. All these things are possible under this aspect. You have 5 days of this aspect, so there's time to take advantage of any opportunities that come your way. On the 25th, the Sun makes an aspect to Uranus. Uranus is in your 4th house, the Sun is now in your 2nd house and in Pisces. So this is going to bring out acute awareness. Your sensitivity will be heightened and you'll be able to have a very perceptive viewpoint. Now, Uranus is in your home and the past, so this is where you gain a lot of perception, and also the Sun being in your 2nd house of finances, you may be able to get some understanding and some insight into financial situations. Then on the 27th, there's a full moon. This full moon is in your 8th house in Virgo. So there's very intense emotions in the 8th house. You may be drawn to powerful situations or powerful people where you need to deal with these. Also, it's empowering yourself. It's quite changeable in this 8th house, so transformations can happen regarding this full moon. It's also good to reap the benefit of the seeds you sowed at the new moon. And in Virgo, it's very analytical, and so you can look at things in a logical way and get to the bottom of things, because in the 8th house it's about unearthing things. So it's a good time to discover things and put things right. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. And if you'd like to leave me a message, I'd love to hear from you.